I'm going to talk about my fitness journey that I have embarked on this week. This is kind of like a vlog anyway, driving and vibing. So today, I'm going to tell you all about my journey so far, and I'm going to periodically update probably once a week on what I'm doing, what I'm taking, how it's going, stuff and things. What's up, dreamers? Welcome to Driving and Vibing. Today, we're talking about my journey. So today's Thursday. I don't know what day it's going to be when this video is posted. It's Thursday, the 10th. I could be wrong. Anyways, so it is Thursday the 12th. Got it. Excuse me. On Monday, I started a new routine. I've been wanting to build muscle for a while. I mean, I've had very tiny amounts of muscle, but I've always been kind of on the skinnier side. Very hard to gain weight, hard to gain muscle, and that becomes frustrating. If you have that body type, it becomes frustrating. You have to eat an absolute ton. You have to be very careful what you eat, stuff and things. So we're going to talk about this every week. Turn this into a little vlog series here. So my goal is to gain 10 pounds of muscle. Obviously just muscle, right? And I'm going to be working out 6 times a week, 5 or 6 times a week. My goal is 6. It's going to be a push, pull, legs. So I'm going to do push exercises like chest, tricep, shoulders, then pull, back, bicep, and then I do core every day, so I'm adding core in, and I don't condone that if you're just starting out. So I'll do some core exercises, and then leg day, and then there'll be a rest, and then I'll reset every week. So it'll be push, pull, legs, rest day, push, pull, legs. So I'm going to be doing that. We'll see how this goes for the first couple weeks. If I'm getting burnt out, obviously I'm going to tone it back a little bit on the amount of days and alter my routine. So I think it's important to talk about this because some people might not know how to do that or when to do that and all this and that. So maybe my journey can help other people. So I started on Monday, and I'm waking up at 5. So I know right now, I understand the importance of sleep. I know that, but I have small children. I work 2 jobs now. They're very part-time jobs, by the way. So, but I primarily stay home with the kids, and the best time to do it is 5 in the morning. Okay, so I wake up at 5 and get there hopefully between 5:30 and 6 every morning. Get my workout out and get everything done, so that way the rest of the day is free and clear. So I can, I know that I'm getting out of the way, do whatever. So that's what I've been doing, sacrificing a little bit of sleep here and there. Honestly, I don't condone sacrificing sleep, but at the same time, you got to do what you got to do. So, whoa. So you got to do what you got to do, right? And that's very loud. So I'm trading some sleep for some gains, okay? Now, I used a Mind Pump calculator. If you haven't listened to Mind Pump, they have fantastic podcasts. They have a lot of good information, a lot of good resources on their website. If I remember, I'll link it. If not, somebody can remind me, and I'll link it when they remind me in my description. But I used the Mind Pump calculator to give me an estimate of my macros and my calories. My macros being fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. So how much I should be taking in, really, to help build muscle without, getting too much excess weight or, taking too much, whatever. It takes your age, your height, your weight, which I guessed I had an estimate of my weight, and I was actually off by only 1 pound, so not bad. And I think that's it. And your activity level, and then it gives an estimate of how many calories you should be eating, how much fat, how much protein, how much carbohydrates you should be eating. So I use that calculator and I plug that. So what I did with that information, so I can help hit my goals, I plugged that into my MyFitnessPal. Now I use the free version of my MyFitnessPal, and I'm not affiliated with anybody, by the way. Okay, so, and this is how I got started. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. But this is a good way to kind of get started. So to track my macros, I use MyFitnessPal. Now before this week, I used MyFitnessPal to track what I was eating, mainly to see how much caffeine I was drinking. I would log energy drinks and whatnot, and how much sugar I was taking in. So like, was I eating cake? Was I eating sweets? I would always log that. And I do not, up until this week, and I'm still not going heavily into it. So I can go further into detail on this how I use MyFitnessPal without actually getting burnt out in a different video if people want me to. But how I use it is that, let's say I ordered a cheesesteak. I like this as an example. I've used this before. Let's say I ordered a cheesesteak and it's just a regular cheesesteak, has no sauce on it, whatever. I'm not going to go through and I'm not going to weigh it. I'm not going to go through and do all that crazy stuff. I want an estimate, right? That's what I want. I want to know I ate a cheesesteak. I want a very close estimate. There's a lot. You type in cheesesteak in the search bar on MyFitnessPal, and it'll give you lots of different options that people have already put on the app and saved it, okay? So I pick one that looks to be closest. A lot of times, it shows the calories right out of the gate when you do a search. I go with what the calories I think it's going to be. So an example is the cheesesteaks that I eat, fairly large usually. I found a cheesesteak that has 1,000 calories. Now, I listen to my body a lot, so I know when I eat 1,000 calories, kind of how I feel, groggy, too full. And so when I eat a cheesesteak, that's kind of what happens. Not as much right now that I'm building more muscle or working out harder, I guess you could say, but in general. So that's what I do. I just rough estimate. So that's what I'm using. That's a tool I'm using to help track macros. And I'm going to be honest, I have to eat like 3,200 calories and from what I'm reading, 170 something grams of protein. That it is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit easier. I didn't think it was going to be easy, but I didn't think it was going to be as difficult as it is. And I know it's just like, this is the first time I'm actually trying this specific journey. So I know it's a learning curve, it always is. And I'm going to keep pushing through and learning more and more, and I'm excited to do that. But right now it is a little bit of a learning curve. So I'm 4 days in. Excuse me. I'm going to keep you guys updated. I have a journal as well. I'm more than happy to go over the routine that I'll be following, the periodization, so how I'm going to alter volume, intensity over the weeks. My goal is 10 weeks to be able to hit 10 pounds, so a pound a week. That's a lot. Obviously, I'm aiming high here. I've never done it before, so I don't even know how this is going to go, but I think it's going to go well. So if anybody has any questions, if you want more insight of what I'm doing, the tools I use, what I use to track my sleep, and I have 2 wearables. So I have a Garmin watch and a Whoop. I highly recommend the Whoop. I love the Garmin watch because I'm a big runner. Right now I switched into building muscle, obviously, but the Whoop it gives you so many insights on how your body is performing, if you're overtraining, how you're sleeping, how that's affecting your day-to-day activities, and it's very powerful. So yesterday, which I missed the gym, unfortunately. Today was supposed to be my quote-unquote rest day, active rest day, of course, but I missed the gym yesterday, so I had to make it up for today. And yesterday I recovered very well. Today, not so much. I got a lot less sleep than even normal, and so most times I'll follow what it says. I can kind of feel it anyway, when you get used to listening to your body, you kind of know how your body feels. But I do highly recommend a wearable, especially if you're starting to really change routines, you're starting to improve, you want to try to improve your overall well-being. And sometimes you feel good. I woke up this morning, I knew I didn't get good sleep, and I know it's going to affect me very soon here. It's 10 a.m. that I'm making this video, but I know that in the next 2 or 3 hours, I'm going to hit that big crash feeling because of how little sleep I got. But when I woke up, I felt great. And if I wasn't wearing my wearables, I'd be like, I got great sleep, even though I knew I didn't, right? I did not get good sleep. So, and that happens sometimes, and it is what it is, right? So maybe I can take a nap later. If not, I'll just go to bed earlier. It is what it is. Okay. So adjusting is also pretty important. But that's my week so far. Also, before I sign off of this video, leg day sucks. Okay. If anybody who likes leg day, you're crazy. Props to you though, honestly. I know the importance of working out your legs. A little fun fact I just learned. And testosterone is important for both males and females, but when you work out the legs, that's what builds the most testosterone. So if you're lacking testosterone, or you're like lower on the testosterone levels, or you really want to build muscle, do not skip leg day. Like, it's very important. They say it a lot. I just found that out. People say don't skip leg day a lot, but no one's ever actually said why. And now I won't skip leg day, even though I don't like it. Props to those who do, though. If you have any questions on my journey, I'll keep updating every week. If you have any questions on the journey, let me know. I'd love to, stop getting blinded, but I'd love to have a conversation about it. And maybe I'll go over some supplements that I'm using, some of my longevity supplements, some supplements that I'm using now to help gain my calories. I'll start making videos, but if you have any requests, let me know. I would love to. I'll make videos on them and post them as quickly as possible. So thanks for tuning in and watching my first blog of my new 10-pound journey, we'll call it for right now. And yeah, hope to see everybody in the next video. Later, Dreamers.